Entire companies, GM, were forced to switch their production lines. For what? I'm saying the secondary causes of what we're seeing oil shut down. We have predictable negatives from lockdown. Predictable negatives. Corona has unpredictable negatives.
No, I see what you're saying. I mean, it sounds like you're saying, we actually have some data to look at now, and in the beginning we didn't really know, but now we can draw some conclusions.
And those conclusions that you guys were able to draw, really the entire nation, do you think, respectively, the numbers are low in those ratios that you were mentioning, the fatality versus how many people have them, because we've been social distancing? Now, you don't think it's because, since we started doing these, that those models that our county health shows how effective social distancing is, that's all false?
But that's why we went over Sweden and Norway. We went over Sweden and Norway because you have lockdown, no lockdown. Sweden, no lockdown. Norway, lockdown. That's 10 million, that's 15 million people. We have the data. That's what I just went over with you.
But by
lockdown.
Norway and Sweden also have drastically different testing standards and metrics. Norway is basically testing everybody. Sweden, they're only testing you if you end up in a hospital.
No, that's not accurate. They're not testing everybody.
Well, of course, they're not testing all 5.5 million Norwegians, but their testing is much more widespread.
The bottom line is, those of us who study it and have a background in this, is lockdown versus non-lockdown did not produce a statistically different number of deaths. That is the bottom line.
That we know of. Right, so people could be dying in their home or from other things, but if Sweden, if they're not being tested, then they don't know what the cause of death is.
Yeah, and if you were to give me a test on analyzing these numbers and trying to, I probably wouldn't perform so well. I guess what I'm trying to cross-reference is I hear our president, I hear our governor say social distancing is working. And you guys are saying it's not needed. So I guess that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around. Like, why is that?
It was needed initially.
Are they lying? Are they lying?
It was needed initially. They actually, we both agree with exactly what they did initially because we didn't know. It was an unknown. Now it is becoming known. Initially, when you don't know something, you're extra careful because you're fearful. It's just like when you see a patient and they're very sick, you test for everything because you're scared. You're fearful. But then as you see more of those patients, you realize, hey, I know what to test for, right? It's shotgun effect versus sniper effect, right? So initially when this data came out of a new virus that's lethal, they went all out. And I think that was appropriate. But now that we have the data, we're seeing that 97% of patients completely recover. And those 4 patients that die, they have over 90% comorbidities. Let's run through that one more time. Out of 100 people, if 96 do fine, the 4 that die, 90% of those 4 have comorbidities. Heart failure, emphysema, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus. They're on immunomodulating medications. They're immunodeficient, HIV. These are the people that are dying. You get some healthy people that die, but that's an infinitesimal number. Tiny.
So, and you think that differentiation of the conclusions that you doctors are drawing versus them is because they are academics or something along that line? What you were saying?
Well, I think we're in the weeds. We work with this every single day, and the numbers don't make sense to us. And they don't make sense to ER physicians and physicians all over the country. It's not just us.
Okay. And then my final question, just to make sure we get it right, I think you guys said this. Please get your first or last name or spelling, please. Your first or last name or spelling, please. Thank you, sir.
Dan Erickson, that's DANERICKSON.
Perfect, thank you.
Artin, ARTIN, MASSIHI.
Awesome, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for your time.
ARTIN?
Yes. Thanks, Brad.
Hey guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
And you guys are the co-owners of
Yeah.
Accelerated Urgent Care? Okay. I'm just looking through to make sure that I answered all of Karen's questions.
We're not saying we're right. We're saying, here's the data, here's what we understand. It's not a you're right and you're wrong thing. It's the way we interpret data. We work in the field, and some people that are not working in the field and still getting a paycheck have a different opinion. If you weren't getting a paycheck, you might have a different opinion.
Yeah.
If you weren't getting a paycheck, if everybody in here is getting a paycheck, right? Cafe Rio is not. They've all been furloughed. When you don't get a paycheck, your opinions start switching.
Yeah.
If you were at home, furloughed, for the unforeseeable future, would you be excited about staying sheltering in place?
No, I mean, I completely understand. I mean, we're seeing this around the country now, I think, that people are demanding that they be allowed to go back to work and...
Well, it's also, at what point, who says what's safe? Are you smart enough to know what's safe for you? Or is the government going to tell you what's safe for you? Who tells you what's... As soon as they use the word safe, that means control. We know what's safe for you. You're too dumb to understand disease, you see. We know what's safe. And so they're going to use this model for different things. We got a bomb threat from China. Everybody stay in their home for 3 months. What? They are using this to see how much of their freedom can they take from you. And will you roll over and stay in your house? And it's working. And if you notice the way Americans are responding, if you go to any gun store in town, guess what they're out of? Ammo. None of them have ammo. I went to 3 of them. They said thousands of rounds have been bought. Why? People are mad. They're starting to post on my Facebook with their AKs going, let's roll. So what I'm saying is, let's avoid all that. Because if you stomp on our freedoms, that has one ending, and it's violence.